Hello and welcome back to Auto Social UK. If you want to opt for something a little bit different from the BMW, Mercedes and Audi trio that currently dominate the executive saloon class, then the Volvo S60 could be for you. But before I tell you why it could be for you, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I'm so close to my goal of 1,000 subscribers and it would really help me if you could just click that button. Many car buyers will be impressed with the sharp looks of the S60. This one in particular is the R design trim and looks fantastic. Many buyers will be attracted by the S60's sharp design. It looks less boxy than the larger S90, and the low roof and familiar Volvo design cues have resulted in a very attractive saloon. The S60 measures marginally the same size as the Audi A4, the BMW 3 Series and the Mercedes C-Class. At 4.76 metres long and just over 2 metres wide including mirrors, it's marginally bigger than the BMW all-round, but not enough to be noticeable on the road. The Volvo's alloy wheels come in an option of 3 sizes. You've got the 18s, which are kitted to this one, the 19s and the 20s. I think we can all admit the 18s look fantastic and the 20s can equal a bit of a hard ride. As this one's the R design, it gets them already, but you can opt for a pair of twin tailpipes. You can also spec it out with a colour coordinated exterior styling kit. Unfortunately on those twin tailpipes, Volvo have opted for the false surrounds, but at least there's 2 genuine exhausts behind them. A piece of handy extra equipment to have would be the automatic boot lid, and that opens by waving your foot underneath if your hands are full. This doesn't have one, and to be honest it doesn't seem too much of an issue. It is sprung and light, so it comes open quite easy. Inside there's 442 litres of boot space, which puts it a fraction behind the Audi A4 and BMW 3 Series, both with 480 litres, the Jaguar XE at 450 litres, and ahead of the Mercedes-Benz C-Class, which has 335 litres. Thanks to the X60's large boot opening and the low loading, it means that getting things in and out of the boot is pretty simple, and you can maximise all of that boot space. Now, if you're opting for an executive saloon, it's probably quite important how comfortable your passengers are in the rear. Well, there's definitely nothing to worry about here. There is tons of room and it's super comfortable. These seats, just like those in the front, are super padded. Plus, there's also this pull-down armrest and extractable cup holders. There are ISOFIX fixtures tucked behind 4 clips and a 6-volt charging point. One slightly obscure extra that you can opt for is to change that to a 3-prong charger. Volvo has a reputation for making comfortable cars, and the S60 carries on that trend. The seats are some of the best available anywhere. The R design, which is actually the lowest spec, comes with Napa Contour sport seats, which in this case are finished in slate. The driving position is excellent and refinement is fantastic. Memory setting seats are standard for the driver. So it's not just the driver that gets to sit comfortably, the passenger also has loads of electrical adjustments as well. So you've got electrical lumbar support for comfortability and ride height adjustment. Like most modern Volvos, the interior is really classy. Everywhere you touch and look, there's different materials and everything feels really high quality and well made. This very nice leather-wrapped R-design steering wheel has a whole host of multi-functions to get your head round, and a digital dashboard and heads-up display are standard on this model. I especially like the centre part of the X60. There's loads of high quality and nice feeling buttons. So you've got your automatic handbrake, you've got your twiddle driver mode, and you've got this lovely twist start driving button. Then you've got the gear shifter, which is a little stiff, but because it's stiff it feels really high quality, and loads and loads of storage, so you've got enough for nearly three drinks holders. You've also got a 12-point charging socket in there, and you've also got a little change section in the front there as well. Now, there's no denying that the dashboard is dominated by this 9-inch tablet style infotainment system, so this is fairly easy to use. So swipe across one section and you have your different radio sections. You've also got your maps would be here, and then your mobile phone connectivity, and swipe across and this is where you can turn your lane assist off and play around with your different functionings of the car. Now, everything does feel so high quality and it feels like they have thought about everything. That is why in the Volvo you get given this handy little cloth, and that is for cleaning the infotainment system. If you're anything like me, those pesky fingerprints are going to drive you mad, so they give you this nice little cleaning cloth so you can wipe away all those sticky prints. Another thing that Volvo seem to take into consideration is the target audience of their cars. So, disappointingly for me, this car doesn't come standard with Apple or Android CarPlay like a lot of the smaller hatchbacks that I've driven recently. However, SatNav is standard and it is actually super easy to use, and for the lifetime of the car it's free updates as well. Front and rear sensors are standard on the S60s, but you'll need to upgrade if you wanted a rear view camera. Volvo's bold decision to start phasing out diesels from its model range means that, unlike the closely related V60 estate, this S60 only comes in a petrol model. There is also a hybrid confirmed, but we're not guaranteed when that will first come out. This car is fitted with a 2-litre turbocharged T5 petrol engine, and that will produce just under 250 brake horsepower and will get you from 0 to 60 in 6.9 seconds. That sounds quick, doesn't it? Well, the S60 isn't a particularly thrilling ride. It's a nice drive, but it's not what you'd consider thrilling, and you wouldn't want to opt for this car if you was looking for a bit of excitement. The gear change is slightly slow and it does take a while to kick up gears. Helping you stay relaxed behind the wheel is the Volvo S60's comfortable suspension. It isn't quite as wafty as the Mercedes C-Class fitted with optional air suspension, but it will soften the jarring thud of pretty severe potholes nicely, if you avoid the 20-inch alloy wheels on the high-spec models, that is. The Volvo S60 makes a very accomplished motorway cruiser. You'll hear barely any tyre noise at speed, and almost no wind noise makes its way into the cabin either. Volvo takes safety very seriously, and they're on a mission to not have any deaths in Volvo cars in 2020. The S60 takes the Swedish manufacturer one step closer to that goal with a 5-star safety rating from Euro NCAP, with a fantastic 96% score in the adult occupant category and 84% for child occupants. One big contribution to this was the standard automatic emergency braking, a system that will apply the brakes if the car senses an obstacle in the road ahead. In fact, the Volvo S60 is the first mid-sized saloon able to detect not just cars, pedestrians, cyclists, large animals and oncoming traffic in the wrong lane, and react accordingly. So that 9-inch screen might be brilliant when you're at a standstill, but when you're driving along it can be quite difficult to play around with the systems and concentrate on driving. Luckily, Volvo does have a voice activation system, which I'm going to give a go. Set temperature to 22 degrees.
Temperature set to 22 degrees.
Not bad. Let's try something else. Turn on heated seats.
Turning on air conditioning.
So it's not brilliant and now I've got to work out how to turn off the air conditioning and the 22 degree heat, but it's pretty good overall, and to be fair I think it is still better than fiddling around with that screen. I think you should seriously consider one if you're thinking of moving away from Audi, BMW or Mercedes.
The Volvo have excelled with their exceedingly good looks and really good interior that matches anything the German car brands have to offer. Why don't you think of it next time you're thinking of getting an executive saloon? Thanks for watching, bye! I want to say a massive thank you to Donalds Group Volvo in Ipswich for lending me the S60 for the day. It's been great fun and I've loved the car. If you wanted any more information, then I'll pop their details below. Wait, don't go just yet. If you've enjoyed this video, then please give it a massive thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to my channel, then you can do that here and that will be massively helpful for me. And if you want to watch another video from me, you can do that here. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!